overdue. I meant to do this about a week or so ago to give you guys information on the sugar detox that I did for 21 days and still am doing. Kind of give you some feedback. So for those of you who are interested, the link is in my bio. I have a really awesome trainer, Dee Bolton, who I started my weight loss journey with again during the pandemic when everything was going kind of crazy. And one of my Facebook friends put a post up that I saw circling with different people. Drop a picture of what you do. Don't explain it. Just drop a picture. And I saw her picture, and there was something about just her presence that made me feel comfortable enough to reach out to her as far as starting, to have a personal trainer. So long story short, here I am a year later, and she has pushed me. There has definitely been some inconsistencies. That's not because of her, but because of me. But she has challenged me and pushed me through those things regarding my health, and different things that went along with that. But I will say that within a year that I've been working with her, that even though my weight may have fluctuated up and down, I definitely am stronger. My core was so weak before, it was ridiculous. I couldn't do anything as far as core strength because I've had so many abdominal surgeries. So definitely my core is strengthened. My posture, she constantly talks about how great my posture is now compared to when she first met me. The way my feet are, my instep, things like that, definitely way stronger than I was. And I didn't realize it until you compare pictures or the data she has as far as what I was lifting or what I was capable to do a year ago in comparison to now. So the last thing that I struggle with is I love my sweets, and she had been talking about this detox for a while, and I was like, yeah, that sounds really great. I don't want to do that. But then she sent me the information, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. So granted, the detox challenge was to not consume more than 50 grams of sugar in a day. So when I looked back at my Fitness Pal, which she had me use, I was able to see just how much sugar I was taking in before this detox, and it was crazy. And it wasn't so much because I was eating a lot of sweets per se, because what the common misconception is, you take in sweets, that's your sugar. Granted, yes, that's true, but then carbs turn into sugar. A lot of things that we eat that you don't realize has sugar in it. So when I start putting those things in, I'm like, oh God, I need to really change how I eat some things, even for someone who's trying to slowly get back into a whole 100% plant-based living, because I had left that for a while as well. So I'm like, oh, okay, I really need to be more aware. So the challenge was not to consume over 50 grams. I wanted to challenge myself further and did 40. So she gave us excellent plan, laid out all the things that I will experience, and even with me reading it and being as thorough as I am, I was like, oh, okay, that's okay, whatever. But child, by the time I hit day 4, I had scheduled a session with her like I normally do, and I had to cancel. And she was like, is everything okay? And I'm like, yeah, it's day 4, and I feel like I got the freaking flu. I felt, I had migraines. I was so lightheaded. I felt weak. And my husband has been through this before, so he's like, oh yeah, you're going to feel it. And I felt it. I really did. And that let me know just how bad a state I was as far as my sugar consumption. She piggybacked and sung the same sentiment as far as your body is going through this change because you were just overly consuming all the wrong things. And so I struggled, but by day 8, I started to get my groove back. I started to, eat things and substitute things that I normally wouldn't and kind of branch out. And I feel as though that when I was more aware of what I was putting in as far as sugar, not just fat, but different things, I had a more balanced diet and I was fuller, and I was not taking in empty calories when it came to sweets and snacks or even drinks, because I was a faithful Starbucks head. Need my morning cup of coffee or even a cup of tea, things like that. But I started to readjust my taste palette, even so drinking green tea without honey, just plain, because again, everything you put in it to make it taste good to you is going to increase that sugar content. So was it easy? No. But by the time I hit day 15 through 17, I was like, I got this. So when I hit day 21, I was like, oh, that's it? I can do this. So I don't know how many more days it's been since past the 21 day period, but I'm definitely still aware. And any other time that I've done anything with my weight loss journey, I would cheat, constantly cheat. Like, I figured, oh, you had a great week or you had a good couple of days, that needs to be rewarded, right? So I will go buy that cup of coffee, or I would give myself that cookie, that whatever like that. And I told my husband a lot of times he'd be my biggest cheerleader, but a lot of times I would consume those things on my way home so he wouldn't know. So one thing that changed for me last year was I was just very open with him, like, yeah, I did cheat day on the way here, or I didn't log it. And these are conversations that I had to have with my trainer, even like, these are my bad habits and what caused me to indulge the way that I did in food. So that was one thing. And I told my husband that there was more than one occasion, and he saw the physical evidence this time, where I was like, I shouldn't go for a Starbucks latte. And I would get it on my way home, take a sip. I'm like, and it wasn't hitting like it used to. So I would actually bring it home and give it to one of my daughters. And they would probably usually share it, or whatever the case may be. So it probably was like a handful of times where I was like, ooh, I really want like a Reese's. Now I'll buy it. Now I'll bring it home. He's like, what you gonna do with that? I was like, I really wanted it, but I'm not. And then I will say this. There was one day I was really like, I really want a piece of chocolate cake. And I went to my favorite Jamaican restaurant, and my little lady hooked me up because I'm always looking out for her with the tip. She gave me the nice big old slice of chocolate cake, and I brought it home. And I said, look what I got. And I was all happy. He was like, no. And he took this thing and it popped in front of me. I said, what's the deal? Eat this instead. And it was like a Birchfield, keto-friendly, 3 carb, 0 grams of sugar type concoction. You add some water, mix it up, put it in the microwave, and it was just as good as that chocolate cake, but I knew it was healthier for me. And I took a picture of it and I shared it on my Instagram actually, and a couple people had heard about it. There's different brands out there, but it was just as satisfying. It was portion control because it was in a cup. So that slice of cake, when I put it into my Fitness Pal, was probably like 450 calories. That's not counting like 35 to 40 grams of sugar. Whereas this little cup of thing was only, I think, 80 calories, 7 carbs, and no grams of sugar. That's a win-win. And I still was able to get that chocolatey goodness, and it wasn't overly sweet. It was just enough to satisfy that craving. So I will say, for those of you who want to do this, I will restart and do it with you. I'm an advocate for it. I believe in it. It definitely will challenge you. Your body's going to go through some changes, as you heard me tell you, but it's worth it. We're worth it. And you only get one life, you get one body. And so because of that, we got to take care of our temples. And that's something that I'm definitely more aware of now than ever. Because again, like I said, I've had different health issues over the years, as far as surgery and things of that nature. Regarding female stuff, that was not even necessarily triggered because of weight loss or weight gain. It was just that if I didn't have these weight issues, they probably would not have been as severe. So because of that, even though I'm done way past my childbearing years because of other reasons, I want a healthier life for me, as well as my children, my husband, and the rest of my family. So I challenge you, if you still want to do this detox, let's talk it out. Let's write it out. I'll do it with you. Like I said, the information, the link is in the bio. I can help you as best as I can to give you that support. One of my girlfriends already said she wants to do it. I'm right there with you to do it with you and push you through, because you have pushed me in more than one way. So again, do it. And that's all I have to say. That's my kind of like my recap of my sugar detox. I'm still on this journey. So guys, just keep me in prayer, push, and I thank you all who watch my stories and send me the flames and the high fives and all that, because it really does encourage me, because there's a lot of days that I wake up, I'm not a morning person, and I go work out and I do not feel like it. I might have an attitude my whole workout, my trainer will tell you. So I appreciate the encouragement. Keep it up, and let's get healthy and stay fit together. Have a great